What happens when the galaxy's oldest warrior finally meets the one species that wasn't born for war, but chose it? This is the story of the day humans proved they are something far worse than monsters. My name is Kether of the Diran bloodline. Warrior. For 5 centuries I have walked the razor's edge of war, side by side with nightmares made flesh. I have seen void hunters rip open hulls with nothing but talons and hunger. I have watched the crystalline swarm turn living worlds into glittering graveyards, each planet swallowed like a sigh. I have marched with the Shadow Legion, ghosts in armor who walk through walls and slit throats in silence that I thought I knew monsters. I wore their company like honor, then I met the humans. The coalition war had bled for 3 long years when Earth finally threw its weight into the ring. We welcomed them, of course. Anyone willing to stand against the hegemony was kin in arms. Their ships. Serviceable. Their guns. Functional. Their soldiers. Barely 2 meters tall. Soft skin. No carapace. No claws. No natural armor. Next to my kind, towering 3 meters high with hides like forged plating and fists that crumple steel, they looked like hatchlings dressed in war paint. Adorable. Pitiful that I was assigned to the 47th Marine Battalion. Their commander, Colonel Sarah Chun. A slip of a thing, barely reaching my sternum. When I introduced myself, she didn't flinch, didn't bow, just looked up at me, the walking engine of destruction, and smiled. Heard about your people, she said, calm as still water. Born killers, right? 8-inch claws, skin like starship hulls, zero mercy. Indeed, I replied, pride swelling in my chest. We are forged in fire. What we lack in tech, we drown in fury. She smiled again. Not warm. Not friendly. The kind of smile that makes predators pause. Yeah, she said. We weren't forged. We chose this. Our first joint operation should have been simple. A hegemony research station orbiting a dead world. Intel, 50 guards, maybe drones. In and out, clean, the void hunters slipped in first, silent shadows. The crystalline swarm followed, a glittering tide locking down corridors. My battalion took the spine of the station, ready to crush anything foolish enough to stand. The humans, they kicked in the front door. No stealth. No elegance. No hesitation. They just walked in, announced themselves like late guests at a party, and then they hunted, not like beasts, like machines, like artists. 6 hours. That's all it took. And in those 6 hours, my soul cracked open that I saw a human medic, supposedly a healer, stitch a wound with one hand while putting 3 rounds through an enemy skull with the other. Never missed a stitch. Never broke rhythm. I saw their demolitions man whistling some cheerful earth tune while wiring charges that would turn half the station into stardust. Humming like he was making breakfast. Worst of all, their squad leader. Calm. Focused. Calling out enemy positions like reading a grocery list, while simultaneously ordering artillery to drop directly on top of her own squad. Danger close, she barked. Colonel, I warned. That will kill everyone in 50 meters. Yeah, she said. We'll handle it. Light them up. They survived by hiding in freezers, then came out laughing. Brushing ash off their shoulders. And went right back to work, hunting survivors like it was a game, with extra points for headshots. But it wasn't their skill that chilled me. It wasn't their tech, their resilience, or their suicidal courage. It was the joy, they joked between bursts of gunfire. Shared protein bars during firefights. Kept score like it was sport. 15 confirmed, the sniper chirped rookie numbers, the heavy gunner laughed, right before shredding a squad with a grin. After it was over, I found Colonel Chun studying a tactical map. Blood speckled her uniform, scratches on her gear, bruises blooming across her face, and she was humming. Softly. Happily. Colonel, I said quietly. Why? Why do your people look so content in the midst of slaughter? She looked up. Those small, soft human eyes, windows to something ancient and terrible. You know the difference between us and you? She asked. You were made to be monsters. She tapped her chest, we had to learn how. And anything you have to learn, she grinned, you can choose to be really, really good at it. That night, I sent a coded pulse to Diran High Command, subject, urgent strategic arsion mediation formalize permanent alliance with Earth immediately, under absolutely no circumstances should we ever face humans as enemies, they are not monsters. Monsters have limits. Rules. Instincts, humans have none, and that is infinitely worse.